Damage estimates from last month's tornadoes are still climbing, with insurance industry experts predicting the final total will be more than $2 billion. The losses were devastating, but the rebuilding process could ultimately boost the state's economy and spur the growth of Oklahoma's already thriving real estate market.
Oklahoma's housing, construction, and real estate industries are booming. The evidence is clear in the number of home sales reported this year by the Oklahoma Association of Realtors. Pending sales in April totaled nearly 4,600 homes, compared to just over 4,000 for the same month in 2012, an increase of 13.79%.
We're way above the national average in sold properties. We're seeing pending sales that are very, very large, which means two things. First of all, it means that recovery is still going very powerfully here. It means fewer houses on the market, and real estate should always be valued by supply and demand.
Joe Pryor is president of the Oklahoma Association of Realtors. Pryor credits stability during the recession of 2008 and 9 for the strength of the Oklahoma market. When other parts of the country were experiencing double-digit declines, Oklahoma's housing market values dropped less than 10%. Oklahoma also experienced fewer underwater mortgages, where the homeowners owed more than what the property was worth.
If you took an area like Las Vegas or Nevada in general, you had 70 to 75% of those houses were underwater. In Oklahoma, we only had 5.9% underwater mortgages, the lowest in the United States. So we didn't have that foreclosure problem that we had to absorb here.
In addition to sales of existing homes, construction of new homes are also on the upswing. Jim Schuff is a builder in the South Oklahoma City and Moore area.
This year was very busy. We started off in January. We hit the ground running, and it hasn't let up.
According to the Oklahoma Association of Home Builders, housing starts in central Oklahoma for the first 4 months of the year increased from 1,688 in 2012 to 1,984 in 2013. With over 1,200 homes destroyed in the Moore tornado alone and hundreds of others damaged in Shawnee, El Reno, and other areas hit by May twisters, demand for housing will only go higher. Pryor says that's going to add to critical shortages of labor in the construction industry.
So all of a sudden, we're going to be building upwards to 2,400 more homes to replace, a lot of repairs. We need people coming into the city, and they will be coming in the city. In fact, they're coming in right now with insurance adjusters, making these claims go quickly. And so we're going to start rebuilding, but we're going to need a lot of labor in order to do it.
Moore home builder Aaron Evans has the same problem most home builders are facing right now.
It's probably going to take us a little while to start finding more contractors that have the manpower to do what we need to do in here and more.
Evans says that's a carryover from the recession.
A lot of people got out of the business, actually, without as many houses to build and as many jobs available from contractors. People went into other areas of work besides construction.
The labor shortage, combined with increased demand for housing, means the backlog of new home construction could stretch out for up to 6 months.
That's probably somewhat realistic. I'm still guessing somewhere between 4 to 6 months. It just depends on if the homes are able to get started right now, or if we end up signing a contract and starting a house 2 or 3 months from now.
Those who lost their homes in storms have to decide whether they want to rebuild on their existing lot or buy a new home elsewhere. John Weiskiver, co-chair of the Oklahoma Insurance Catastrophe Task Force, says most policies don't cover the lot the property sits on.
If you had a $100,000 home, you've got a $20,000 lot as far as the value of that lot, and you chose to take the money and rebuild somewhere else, and you buy that lot at a different spot, now you've got this other lot sitting there. If that's a choice you want to make as an individual, that's your choice to make. Depending on some companies may stipulate the repairability has to occur at that property.
One thing homeowners won't have to worry about is a drop in property values. Insurance policies are usually written for the replacement value of the home, but with the cost of a new home rising, those values will also go up.
What's going to happen, that $175,000 house is going to be at least $225,000 if you just want to build the same thing that you have. So on the tax rolls, that house is going to be a $225,000 house.
All of that is expected to be a major boost to the economy. According to a study by the National Association of Home Builders, for each new single-family home that is built, NAHB estimates that 3 jobs are created. The study goes on to say, for each single-family home that is built, NAHB estimates it generates a total of $90,000 in government revenue, $67,000 in federal taxes, and $23,000 in state and local taxes.
That's more money coming into city governments and county governments. That's more money for sidewalks, for street cleanings, for parks. So the net result is as bad as this has been, the quality of life that we're going to have afterwards, we're going to be even better because that's what we do in Oklahoma.
Pryor expects the economic boost from rebuilding to continue for years. If everyone who lost a home to the Moore tornado rebuilds there, it could add up to $69 million to the area's economy.